world to entertain you on a giant screen with the few colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading
It's
about.
showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.
We're delighted to have you with us. The Drive-in Theater.
You'll find something to please you to add to your evening's enjoyment.
Is pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Hey, guys, it's just me. It's just me in here. Jake is, I don't know where Jake is. It's just a solo night at the Drive-in Speakerbox until he walks in the door, like, really awkwardly and embarrassingly, not knowing what's going to happen. But yeah, it's me. How's it going? You're tuned in Monday night, Drive-in Speakerbox, coming to you live. We're going to be talking about movies. We're going to be talking about stuff that we always do. Look at this guy coming in late, showing up unannounced. He still hadn't even brushed his hair. Hey, we're both wearing pinpoint shirts. Look at that. Oh, there we go. We're Twinkies now. But oh, there it is. Vern says Jake is looking good right even before you sat down. Yeah, look at these pinpoint shirts.
How about that?
Nice. But as always, yeah, I'm your host, Bo, the Boom Operator.
Yo, and I'm Jake, the late boy. Grip.
The late boy Grip. But yeah, we're here. Welcome. Already got a whole bunch of stuff going on in the chat. Vince over on Twitch asking, here we go, second by second deep dive in the Fast 9 trailer. Oh boy.
Yes, let's do it.
Jeez. Sam,
not even that. There's a crossover we need to talk about.
Well, I was talking with Cody Ford, who's one of the founders of the Idle Class magazine, and also the guy who's the Northwest Arkansas head of the Arkansas Cinema Society chapter. But we're talking about how, like, when you send something out into the world and you manifest these dumbass movie ideas, they come to life. And I'm pretty sure that on this show we had manifested Fast and Furious in space, and it's coming. That's a thing.
So.
And
if we have that power, I'm gonna keep on with the Fast and Furious stuff, man, for sure.
Well, you gotta. But it's just, the crossover that we were talking about is, there was rumors talking about how they want to cross it over into the Jurassic World.
Yeah, there's an interview with Justin Lin and Michelle Rodriguez, and they asked Justin Lin, they said, hey, is there ever a chance that Fast and Furious and Jurassic World will cross over? And he's like, hey, man, never say never. I think that would be a fun idea. Michelle Rodriguez was like, why not? How come they couldn't? I mean, Fast and Furious is so ridiculous as it is. What is dinosaurs?
Just keep adding on. Keep adding on. And I think that's what we're going to start seeing more of in movies, where people start just throwing shit at the wall on the internet and being like, well, man, what if we changed Sonic's face? And what if we, made a Snyder cut? And did you hear the thing that's going around the internet that Zack Snyder wanted the original Batman versus Superman title to be Son of Sun, Night of Night? I know, right? I don't know how factual this is, but it sounded so stupid.
Like the fake title that movies get when they're sent out to theaters, like in the cans,
and I think
the real title of the movie.
I honestly think that was probably what a lot of people don't understand. Here's some of that Drive-in Speakerbox movie fact knowledge, factoids, is working titles of movies aren't intentionally the names of these movies. Sometimes they have these secret project names before they start working on a script, start working on a thing, so information doesn't get leaked out there, and they'll have these ridiculous names like Son of Sun, Night of Night.
Disney does them big because they just give movies the fakest title so that no one knows what it is.
No one suspects.
If you look up the working titles, or like the shipping titles for Pirates of the Caribbean and Star Wars and stuff, they're pretty ridiculous.
Vince asks, hey, Grip, why is the Fast and Furious really stressing that Paul Walker's character is still alive? What's going on?
I don't know, because in the trailers they have the R-34 pulling up to the house and everything like that, but That's not to say that it is Paul Walker or anything like that. His character's still alive in that universe because him and Mia went off to do their family thing because it's about family. Yeah, so they went off. They got out of the life because they have the kid and they can't be a part of it anymore. It is
You can't fit a baby seat in these cars.
Dom Toretto's doing it because he has the baby from the Brazilian cop
I guess
lady.
That's right.
But this movie's supposed to have the main cast from Tokyo Drift in it.
What about Han?
Yeah, that's the big
bringing
thing
him
in this
back?
One. Yeah, have you not seen any of the trailers?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the big thing about this one is Han's coming back, but so is Bow Wow and whatever.
Yippee yo, yippee yay.
The main Southern dude, Friday Night Lights
Is Tay
guy.
Diggs still in it?
No, Tay Diggs has never been in it.
What?
Unbelievable.
I'm just. Be cooler if he was. I'm just
No, a lot of
saying.
people get Tyrese Gibson.
I know.
Tay
I know
Diggs,
that's the
yeah.
joke. Because I like Tay Diggs, but Tyrese. Tyrese. This is the only thing that Tyrese has left in his life is this. You know, he's just like these. Yo, dog, these better keep going because Tyrese ain't got anything else to live for. You know, better make 19 of these and never write his character out. Because in Fast and Furious, no one dies ever.
That's not true. They killed Gal Gadot's character, but rumor mill has been since August that they might bring her back.
See, no one dies in Fast and the Furious. It's
That's
all
not true.
fantasy dumb. Even the bad guys don't seem to die, right?
Johnny Tran and his friends, they get killed.
Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse gets killed by Johnny Tran and his friends.
We got a couple members in the audience tonight in the studio. The producer isn't here.
The dude that was a butthole to Paul Walker in the first movie because he wanted to tongue wrestle with Mia gets killed in 5.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How silly of me.
Because they have the shootout and they save The Rock, and that's when The Rock's like, "I'll give you a head start" and all that stuff. But dude got all shot up in the crossfire.
Oh.
Because you'll get caught up in the
Crossfire.
Yeah.
Now that I remember. That was the dumbest game, but the best game and the dumbest game again. Sam asks from Facebook, "Hey Jake, Smokey and the Bandit is playing at the Drive-in Theater in Marshall in a few months. You gonna make a road trip down to Marshall?"
Maybe. I don't know.
For Smokey and the Bandit at a drive-in.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if someone's gonna like pull up a Trans Am and just be like
Spray gravel everywhere.
gravel, just like
Yeah.
and specials on Coors. Anyway, Fast and Furious. There's a big trailer that got released. Other trailers, the another Snyder Army of the Dead. Everybody's talking about that. I think we talked about that a little bit last week. Big news this week, though, is there's a movie coming out in theaters. Another big movie that got pushed back, giving Kong some room. What is that?
That's the Mortal Kombat song. I was about to go in Mortal Kombat. Yeah, but it has like the
It's like, are we strong bad now? Or
Yes.
It's like the system is down.
Oh man, that's a classic.
Yeah.
I pumped that jam all the time. I had that on a burned CD that I played in my car when
The
I was
system is down.
Yeah.
And the cheat. Like
And Trogdor.
oh yeah,
The Burninator. Yeah.
Like Strong Bad and Homestar Runner, like they've been making the circles around the internet again. That somebody did a piece on this nostalgic look at Homestar Runner, and made me really miss. They weren't the best things in the world, but somehow Strong Bad was the coolest.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, why haven't they made that a movie yet? Like, why did they not get a show? I don't understand how those guys... I guess they're all working on other projects now, but I'm surprised that Strong Bad never got a show with this popular as that internet thing was, and how completely thirsty and void of new ideas Hollywood has become. It's figured to be like on HBO Max Plus or
just saying
CBS More Access, or
Go back to the year 2000 and find whatever Flash videos were popular on the internet and turn them into movies.
Absolutely. Yeah, Coach Z and Marzipan and Hamsar and all the gang.
I don't know.
Teen Girl Squad was pretty funny. Teen Girl Squad was funny. If you thought the system was down was funny, and you don't think Teen Girl Squad,
I never got that super into Homestar Runner, dude. I wasn't some kind of nerd or anything.
you said you used to bump "The System Is Down."
It was a good song.
I mean, it was a pretty good song. But yeah, anyway, new stuff. Mortal Kombat, man. Mortal Kombat's coming out in theaters this weekend. And
I'm just thinking of like, why is Loose Jocks Lenny not a movie?
why is a lot of stuff not a movie? Like, it's so weird how everything will get turned into a movie these days, and then the things that don't still baffle me. Like, why have they not? I mean, I guess they turned it into a show, but like, you know, the his Dark Materials, the Golden Compass, like they never picked that back up, and they should have. What was another like really weird?
People were upset because they learned that the animals were called demons. Yeah.
Oh, you're demons, and America ruins everything. Yeah, there's just so many things that I'm just totally surprised haven't become movies. But they will one day. One day they will. Nothing is sacred anymore. Vince says I'd be there for a Space Ghost movie. Like, are we talking like Space Ghost, like the cartoon,
real Space Ghost,
or
Hanna-Barbera Space Ghost,
or Space Ghost Coast to Coast Space Ghost? Because Space Ghost Coast to Coast Space Ghost,
wildly different.
Yeah, very very different than the actual show. Space Ghost. Yeah, Coast to Coast with what Borak and what was the other one?
It was
Zorak and
Moltar.
Moltar. That's what I'm thinking.
And Brack.
And Brack, because Brack had his own show.
Yeah,
the Brack Show.
Yeah.
Borak. Just put them all together. It's fine. It's fine. I never watched that. I never watched the Brack Show. Like, it seemed like it was beating a dead horse of a joke that was already getting old. I mean, Brack, yeah, it was Brack, right? Mm-hmm. He was funny-ish. Vern says, hell yeah, Space Ghost, also a Powdered Toast Man.
I would watch a Powdered Toast Man movie.
Man! We just grab onto them boot cheeks and you just get flashed through the air. It's the most disturbing way to fly. Like those children with their like John Kay cartoons. Like I think, did he get canceled?
I don't know, man.
I think he did, but his style of animation. Like the last thing I think I saw of his was I was in a Come and Go gas station maybe 6-7 years ago, and those milkshake, like instant milkshake machines, like called F''real, like Frill milkshakes. You've seen them at the gas station, right? For real. And they had the machine had one of those TV screens where you touch screen, yada yada, but it also showed advertisement. And I was walking by one, and it was the most disturbing shit. I was like, holy shit, this is John Kay. And he did an advertising campaign for real, and it was this
Ren and Stimpy animation of cow teats being yanked on to
yes,
produce.
and it'd squeeze him into the cup, and this happy cup, his head would get shot into the blender, and he goes ah, and it was scrambling his head up, and it comes down. He's like a tasty treat.
No.
That. Why he was making cartoons for children is I don't know why our generation's the coolest. Powdered Toast Man there was something sexual going on there, and it was weird. It was very weird. Powdered toast, and I always wanted to eat powdered toast. When I was a kid, I guess Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the closest thing to powdered toast, but is powdered toast a thing?
No.
I don't know. It just,
the idea was that it was powder and it would turn into toast when you scraped it onto your plate.
I wanted it. God, I wanted it so bad. Let's see. Sam says the Max, voiced by John Goodman, would be cool. The Max was actually pretty weird. I tried to revisit that not too long ago because it was on Amazon, and you could watch. I think I bought it actually. It was pretty cheap, and man, that show was strange. It could do with a facelift, but the Max was very 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 strange. Or Gilbert Godfrey, says Vern. I don't know if I could take the Max voiced by Gilbert Godfrey. And then the Jungle Princess comes down, and yeah, it would be It would be really weird. My favorite Gilbert Godfrey, if you guys have not heard me ever mention this before on the show, is just do your YouTube search
producers.
And watch Gilbert Godfrey read 50 Shades of Grey. And it's... He thrust his long fingers! And I could do a pretty good Gilbert Godfrey, yeah.
Yeah.
Only in short bursts, because, man, that stuff will wear your throat out. I don't know how he does it. That man is amazing. Oh, yeah. Anyway, Mortal Kombat coming out this weekend. I think we're both going to try and go see it. I don't know when we're going to get a chance to all see it together. I wanna go see it. Logan, do you want to go see it? He's over there. He's nodding his head. He wants to go see it. Yeah, it should be
something.
How do we see it? I mean, we still got to go see. Did you want to go see Demon Slayers, or is that some anime weeb shit that you weren't interested in?
Not me.
Because the Demon Slayer movie is coming out.
I don't even know what that is.
It's only the most successful movie to ever come out of Japan in the last 1,000 years.
Yeah, but it's anime.
Yeah, kind of like your favorite shows,
No.
One Piece.
Well, One Piece rules, dude. I've been playing through Pirate Warriors 4. Oh, it's awesome. But what is Demon Slayer about? What is it?
Slaying demons, bro. Onis. And yeah. See, Vern says he will see Demon Slayer. He's gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go see Demon Slayer. I want to go see it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it before the next episode of the Speaker Box. I might have to go see it on Tuesday, but I am gonna go see it very, very, very soon. And yeah, OVA and canon. So nerd lingo right there.
Y'all have fun with your weeb stuff, bro.
Dude, the more you fight
I'll watch Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, you guys have fun with your weeby nerd stuff. I'm going to go watch Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight.
Yeah.
It's weebier.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, there's nothing weeb about the Cyber Lin Kuei and the Shirai Ryu having their showdown.
That is the weebiest thing you've said all day.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-mm.
Dude, Google weeb. Do you know what that word means?
I do. In fact,
do you? Much like in Princess Bride, you keep using this word, but I don't know if you know what it means.
Yeah, well, I know something that you don't know. I'm not left-handed.
And a weeb.
No. Never been a weeb. You're the one so stoked about watching this anime movie.
Yeah, dude, because it's gonna be good. I am true to myself. I don't lie to me.
Your weeaboo self.
No, man, I am my true, honest reflection of myself.
Mm-hmm.
You should try it sometime. You should just embrace.
I don't want to be a reflection of yourself. I'm gonna stay a reflection of myself. I'm gonna watch some Mortal Kombat and be mad stoked until they ruin the story by not having any Quan Chi and having Jax's arms destroyed by Sub-Zero and probably not even having a cyber. No, they do have Cyber Lin Kuei because you can see one of the cyber ninjas in the trailer.
Folks, I want a poll, and can we just make a poll? Is Jake a weeb?
There's nothing weeb about Mortal Kombat, dude. It's an American thing, man. It's a part of pop culture.
We just got a definition in the comments.
There you go. Interested in anime and Japanese culture. Important difference between a weeb and a weeaboo. I don't think so. That's the same thing. Weeb is just weeaboo shortened, man.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Vince is over here in the comments. He goes, they have a waifu or body pillow of some sort and watch hentai.
That's your doggy
normal
right
people.
There. That's your doggy right there.
Do not have a body pillow.
I've been to your apartment and I had to use your bathroom and I caught a glimpse of what you had.
My bed, I have pillows in my bed. They're no body
with
pillows.
Anime faces and
What?
boobies on them. Yeah, dude.
What?
Logan saw it.
I would own up to that if I had it, but because I'd bring them in.
We were watching Snyder Cut and it was like, okay.
You're like, okay, I need to find out where to get one of these.
Amazon.
No, like Vince said in the chat, he says, weebs are normal people who like anime and may have some merch.
Like anime face booby pillows.
Dude, you're the one with the weebo shit.
I don't have anything weeb,
even
dude.
Vern at Facebook. Vern says in the comments, he says, yes, Jake is a weeb.
How many wrestling buddies do I have? I don't have any, but my brother does have the Diamond Dallas page. Pretty cool.
Jeez. Jeez. What else going on in the news? Indiana Jones news. With a movie that I don't support its creation of, but they did do something that I do support. My boys Mads Mikkelsen got cast, which I know he's going to be the bad guy. He has to be the bad guy.
Is that what the show? Each week we're going to talk about who the new cast member is, because last week it was like Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and this week it's Mads Mikkelsen.
I mean, just Mads Mikkelsen, guys. Mads Mikkelsen.
He has a new movie coming out that I sent you a trailer for.
Yeah, it looks good. Mm-hmm. Dude, it's Mads, bro.
Revenge movie.
Mads is so cool. What was the name of the movie that was like on Netflix at the beginning of the pandemic? And he's like the one-eyed like hitman guy. It's just like his name. I forget the name of that movie. Anybody? It was good.
Mads Mikkelsen that's you. That's all your.
It was a fun movie. Just a paint by numbers revenge, like assassin one last job, like don't get me back in the business, but now I'm back in the business and I'm gonna give you the business. But it was with Mads, so it was really good. And he's like protecting a young girl. Like it's just the plot of Leon all over again, over and over and over.
But without weird.
Polar, that was it. Yeah.
What's the name of the dude that made those Frenchy movies that are super weird? Luc Besson? No, like weird Luc Besson, like sexual undertone weird stuff from his real life, like in Leon.
Luc Besson, say what you will about Luc Besson, but
look it up.
He's
look up how he made that movie. It's nasty. It's a good movie, though.
It is a very good movie. Vern asks, kind of random, but have you guys seen Prospect, the 2018 with Pedro Pascal? I have not. That is it's a space movie. I'd had it on my watch list for a bit. I'd never ended up checking it out, but I should. If Vern says it's good, then I should check it out. Also, if you guys want to get involved in the chat, if you're listening to the podcast via Spotify or wherever you download your podcast, you can jump in live with everybody in the chat here over on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. We broadcast the show live every Monday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time and rebroadcast it. So if you're listening for the first time and wondering who we're responding to, we do have a live chat right over here on the screen to the side here. So yeah. Anyway, any other news that you had there, Jake?
Man, there hasn't really been a lot going on, like hardly at all. Paramount Plus, namely MTV, has suspended a season of a reality show due to newly brought up sexual assault allegations by one of the cast members of that season. So now in the United States, you can no longer watch season 5 of Are You the One? But it is still available for purchase on Amazon and Google Play and iTunes.
All your content paywalls.
International, yeah. So there's big controversy stirring up about how MTV and Paramount are responding to this rather than just blocking it on Paramount Plus for the U.S. only. And they did say they were going to do an investigation, but they still have a casting call out for its newest season. So we'll see how big of a shit show that turns into.
I'm sure it will be.
Yep.
75% chance of a shitstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, the Fast and Furious dinosaur thing, it could happen with Netflix. Actually, talking about that, it could be the the cartoons could have a crossover, Camp Cretaceous and whatever the future the kids of the Fast and Furious crew Netflix show is.
Fast and the Furious kids, like that was such a 90s thing to do, like where they had like Muppet Babies and just make characters kids, and like Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters Extreme, where it was all like just kids with laser pack backs. Like what? No. Speaking of Fast and the Furious, though, did you hear about Vin Diesel getting cast in a Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie because Real Steel wasn't enough for us?
I was about to say,
yeah.
Man.
That movie, Real Steel, was Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
It was Rock'em Sock'em Robots over the top.
And bad. Like, it should have that. I mean, Over the Top is awesome, and Rock'em Sock'em Robots are a pretty cool toy. I mean, Robot Jocks, if you want to go way back, deep diving, or Arena, even if you want to deep dive and find some really weird like combat arena style movies. Check those out. Those are Robot Jocks actually aged pretty well. In the sense that it's still a terrible movie, but you're watching it going like, oh my God, this is awesome. Arena, on the other hand, didn't age as well. But again, it's one of those hidden gems that if you ever want to pull out one of those like, dude, you ever heard of this movie? And like flex, and it's just like awesomely bad. That's a good one to do as well. Vern says Robot Jocks is trash. Yes, of course it's trash. But it's the good trash. It's so stupid. I mean, it's Pacific Rim, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, like whatever. They tried to do it in the 80s, and they just did not have the technology. Anyway.
I hope that this movie is just like Vin Diesel walks in a room, cracks his knuckles, and he walks up, and he just grabs like the whatever color handle for the Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and there's the dude waiting on him, and they just like actually play the board game, and he pops the head on the one robot. And then it's just
That's it.
It's underground Rock'em Sock'em robot fighting.
Oh my God, it's like the Kumite of Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
And everyone's in there like Kumite. And you have the dudes like doing like
Rock'em Sock'em,
like the monkey martial arts, and then you have
to
like
get in, and there's
Bolo young guy,
and somebody's like, "Show me the dim mark," and you're just like, choose a brick, and dude, Bloodsport's so good.
Yeah. How sick would that be if that's what that movie is? It's
just Bloodsport.
They play Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Dude, I'm down. And it's like all these people from all walks of life that are coming down, and they're throwing money down, and like.
And to like get in the Rock'em Sock'em Robots tournament, they have to like win a round of Hungry Hippos or something.
And
like
then
that.
Crossfire.
Yeah.
Like all the most involved moving pieces, board games. Yeah. And speaking of board games, Sam over in the comments said Guillermo del Toro should do a Mousetrap movie.
Or what if it's like Last Starfighter, and he's just like the best goofy board game player? Like he just conquers everyone at Mousetrap. No one can touch him at Hungry Hippos. And then they just like, hey, you're invited to come save the world by playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Oh, dude, the Death Blossom. That's a movie that everybody's talked about. How come that hasn't gotten remade?
Don't touch it.
No, you shouldn't touch it. It's perfect. It's absolute perfection because they probably screwed it all up, like Jumanji, making Jumanji a video game instead of a board game, and it was like, let's make it a PS4 game. Whatever. And no, it's not. No, it has to be a creepy old arcade machine outside of a trailer park, and where Centauri can pull up in a car and you get in a car with a stranger. Like none of the premise of this movie could ever take place in 2021 or beyond, because it would just be too weird. Like someone would turn around and just shoot Centauri when he pulled up in his car and like rubbed his eyes out in like a napkin or whatever he does. You'd be like, and you just kill him. Get away from me. No, I will not show you my wiener. Like that's the kind of, kind of stuff that, hey kid, want to get in the car? No! Yeah, you did real good at that video game, kid. Get in my car. I'm going to take you to the moon. Oh, really? Like,
anywhere's better than here, man.
Yeah, let's go, dude. God, that movie's so good. Sam says The Last Starfighter as a pay-to-play mobile game.
It costs you $5 every time you want to use a Death Blossom because there's only one.
Yeah, it's just the one. He's coming straight at us. Blammo! And what was that? Was that from The Simpsons, or what was that from? That was a show where it's like every time you pull the trigger, you just say, it's coming straight for us, and then that gives you permission to shoot everything. It's coming straight for us! Blam! It's coming straight for us! Blam! Oh, South Park. That's what it was.
I was
yeah.
about to say, that's how the police on
Blam!
South Park are.
Vern asks, when is the new Ghostbusters movie coming out? They still keep pushing that shit back.
Yeah, we talked about that last week, about how that movie just doesn't even really exist anymore.
They're teasing it, making us realize that it's still out there, but there's no. I mean, it's a moving target like most movies are. I mean, hell, Mortal Kombat just got moved. You know,
they pushed it back a week.
Yeah,
like just a month before release. They're like,
well, you got to give Godzilla vs. Kong. I mean, that's still. I mean, Warner Brothers is just making room for their own money. Speaking of the box office, we could touch on the box office that happened this week. You know, of course, the number one movie in America, again, Godzilla vs. Kong, but it brought in another almost $8 million, $7.8 million at the box office, and that has made it come up to almost $81 million at the box office, $80.6 million in 3 weeks of pandemic release. That's pretty damn good for pandemic movies. And I don't know if you guys saw this in the news or not, but I believe starting next week, theaters in New York are going to be able to increase capacity above 33%. I think it's, I don't have the article in front of me, but I think it's either 33, beyond 33%. I think that's what they're at right now. But they are, whatever it is, they're being able to increase capacity in theaters in New York. So that's pretty interesting news because more people can go to the theaters. More people like us can get tickets to go see Mortal Kombat. And and the number two movie in America was Nobody, which is the Bob Odenkirk film from the writers of John Wick. It brought in $2.5 million at the box office. So far in 4 weeks, it's almost brought in 20. It was about $19 million at the box office from Universal.
That's not bad for both of those being available at home.
Yeah.
Especially King Kong Godzilla being available for $15 just subscribing to HBO Max, whereas Nobody is like $20 to rent or whatever. So.
Yep. And then the number three movie is Unholy from Screen Gems, horror, bringing in another $2 million. Got some comments there. Let's see. Vern was asking, and I think Sam mentioned it earlier in the comments. He said Michael Keaton going to be in the new Flash. That is confirmed. You know, with all the Flashpoint stuff, you know, they're trying to encapsulate every iteration of everything as just another universe. And Michael Keaton, like I've always been saying that Michael Keaton needs to reprise his Batman role as old crankety Bruce Wayne from Batman Beyond. Like that's what we need.
That needs to be Clint Eastwood, man.
No, Clint Eastwood is not. No.
Yeah.
Not only is that like cottering old like racist fart, like barely capable of sentences anymore, but he's not capable of comedy anymore.
Have you ever seen Batman Beyond, bro?
I know.
There we go.
I know. I'm just saying. I think Michael Keaton would be able to do it better, and he's also a Batman.
No.
He's a Batman.
No one can be Bruce Wayne, old, angry, except for Clint Eastwood.
No, Clint
Batman
Eastwood
Beyond.
can't be anything other than Clint Eastwood anymore.
And Bruce Wayne in the future with Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Any Which Way But Loose, and so no.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, Clyde.
No. Did you see the movie where he was like the old guy delivering drugs?
Mule?
Yeah.
No, I never did.
Then you wouldn't be saying what you're saying right now. Vince asks, which will come out first, New Bond or Top Gun? I'm going to say probably the New Bond.
Yeah, because Top Gun just got pushed back last week. That was one of the things we'd talked about. Paramount and all of these big movie studios announced all of their pushbacks, including the Mission Impossible movies, Jackass and Top Gun and a couple others. So all of their big movies they pushed back, except for one. One got moved up by a month, and I can't remember which one it is.
But yeah, I guarantee you Bond's coming out first. Vern says, let's use Val Kilmer. Poor Val Kilmer, man. Like I think the last movie he was on screen was, what was it called? Like
Jane Silent Bob.
Oh yeah, he was in Jane, because it was the Snowman movie, the Winterman Snowman movie, where he was supposed to be the killer, and he was only in it for like a tiny second because he had like a throat cancer surgery thing.
Yeah, he can't talk.
And he
anymore.
can't now. He just straight up can't talk anymore.
Which is why they had him in Jane Silent Bob as
Batman.
Blunt Man.
Yeah,
and he didn't talk, and it was perfect because he was like Silent Bob. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, poor Val Kilmer, dude. Man. Dude, one of my favorite Val Kilmer roles, The Saint. Have you guys ever seen The Saint? This is a really good movie based off an old British TV show. Like, there's really good theme song too. But the Saint, if you've never seen the Saint, I think it has Elizabeth Shue in it as well, and it's like
I like this episode. Is just Jake and Bo sing the movies.
yeah.
Let's make an
yeah.
album. And it's going to be called the Drive-in Speakerbox. Sings the movies.
And we just need to have like a little montage video of us like sitting on steps, like singing, different movie theme songs where we hum them.
Mm-hmm. We could have like a real William Shatner setup type thing. Oh yeah, thanks Vern. That was another thing I was going to talk about was that Shang-Chi trailer. Did you see this?
I did not see this.
It looks dumb as hell.
What is it?
It's Marvel trying to make a kung fu movie.
They shouldn't do that.
They should not do that.
They tried to do that with Iron Fist,
Yeah.
and it was bad.
Yeah, but this time it's not freaking
Like,
it's not Jamie Dornan 50 Shades boy or whatever. Isn't that who it was? Something like that. Some guy. He had blonde hair or something. I don't know. I don't watch Marvel crap.
I mean, the way that Marvel handles like Asian culture is so bad. I mean, it's like indiscernible from a fucking Calgon commercial from the 70s where they're like, ancient Chinese secret, and you're like, wait, what? Guys, like Iron Fist just made me vomit so many times in my mouth where he's just like, oh, I went and studied with these monks and everybody is like,
this really doesn't look that much better.
man.
And it has everybody's favorite actor, Aquafina, in it. So it's gonna be good.
Oh man, yeah. And same way with what was the Doctor Strange movie? Like,
Well, this is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So they're maybe setting up some Mandarin stuff.
yeah.
Because 10 rings.
All the rings.
But the rings in this, he wears around his arms, his forearms, like the dude in Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle, yeah. He's got the shink, shink.
Yeah, except the dude in Kung Fu Hustle
was
way
awesome.
cooler. Yeah.
Dude, Kung Fu Hustle is
the dude
awesome.
with the rings. He was the gay tailor dude, and every time they said something mean, he's like, "Oh," and would run away.
Kung Fu Stephen Chow. If you're not on the Stephen Chow fanboy train, and we haven't persuaded you to watch Stephen Chow movies, you should watch Stephen Chow movies. Some of them are harder to find than others.
God of Cookery's available on YouTube. It's not very good quality, but you can watch it.
I wonder if the $60 Million Man's available anywhere, because that one...
It was on Netflix for a real long time.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
gosh.
There's some on Netflix and some on Amazon, because Tricky Brains was available. $60 Million Man, From Beijing with Love.
From Beijing with Love is
and
good.
there's one or two others that I can't remember.
And he pretty much retired from directing, didn't he? I think he...
Yeah, I think like CJ5 was the last thing that he really got heavy involved in.
I didn't really like that movie. It's about the alien blob.
It wasn't a Stephen Chow movie. It was just like, yeah.
Yeah, it was whatever. Yeah. Stephen Chow, great stuff.
Better movies than whatever this Shang-Chi thing's going to be. It looks really bad.
Everything
man.
doesn't have to be Marvel.
It's just
Guys.
Aquafina yelling, and then some dude who's like some kung fu master guy, I guess, martial arts dude. They don't outright say kung fu, I don't think, but they make it very like he's trained.
Feng Ku.
He's trained by Beijing opera makeup wearing people that beat him with sticks so that he can use powerful fist with 10 rings so that the most dangerous people in the world can't kill him.
Sounds like kung fu.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just don't. I think that even reading through Hollywood news, everything's so centered around comic book stuff, like the Marvel universe. Like, it's weird how silent Star Wars has gotten. Like, they are just they made
it's trash.
Well, they made the big to do about all these different shows that they're going to be doing after the success of Mandalorian season 2, and then it just all went silent. Like, everything just stopped. And
Maybe it's because there was 5 people that were mad hyped. Like, yo, I'm getting 25 shows about Star Wars. Yeah. And then everyone else was like, oh, man. They're like, Mandalorian's one thing, but after those last 3 movies, those last 5 or 6 movies. Oh, and if you throw Solo in there after those last seven
or 8 movies.
Yeah, can't do it. Yeah.
Oh, Sam says over in Facebook, he goes, and yet no Shadow movie.
Don't touch it.
Well, they already touched it once.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
Because
Who knows what evil lurks inside the hearts of men?
only the Shadow knows.
The Shadow knows.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, the
Yeah.
Shadow. Now,
Where
hey,
are my action figures? Oh, I need to bring my Shadow action figure.
you have a Shadow action figure? You
Bruh,
didn't even tell me?
Do you not? I told you before. I made him and Captain Hook my Hook action figure because I have like a Hook Captain Hook. I used to make them fight each other all the time.
Dude, the Shadow.
And then Swamp Thing would come in and put an end to it.
Man, when I always told people
I was a
like,
cool kid.
when I was growing up, and I would say one day I'm gonna get rich and powerful, and I always like to help people out and do things, and they're like, oh, what can I do for you? I was like, I'm just gonna give you this ring, and then one day it's gonna light up, and then I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Nobody ever got the reference, and it was I always wanted just like to give out rings like the Shadow, and have just this network of every man that's just out there in the world.
Yeah, because then you activate it and they show up to give you a ride. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The Shadow is freaking amazing. And a really good pinball. If any of you guys know somebody that's trying to sell a Shadow pinball, I've always wanted one.
I have the Shadow board game.
What?
Yeah.
We should play the Shadow board game sometime. Some bonus content. McLean would like to see a Johnny Dollar TV show. I'm not as familiar with Johnny Dollar. Anybody else? Johnny Dollar?
I don't know.
Dollar
But
Johnny?
You know what? Dynamite Comics there for a while did the old Radio Star, like basically Avengers Justice League type thing. They had Shadow, Phantom, and some others from that era. Like,
I tried to watch
as a team up. They had like a team up thing.
I tried to watch the Phantom movie a few weeks back with Billy Zane. And
Don't say anything bad about it because
Johnny
it's
Dollar,
so
that's
good.
right. I just couldn't get into it. I was
Get
trying.
over how handsome Billy Zane is.
I mean, that's a given. But I was trying real hard. I was like, man, I hadn't seen a Phantom in a long time. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna watch this thing, see how well it holds up. I couldn't get far into it. I had to. Maybe I just wasn't in the right mindset. Maybe tonight, unless we're gonna be sailing on. You got to work tonight, don't you? Damn.
Yeah. I wish I was playing Sea of Thieves.
And Vern, okay, he says that movie's trash. Vern says that Jake that movie's trash, and
No.
I assume he's talking about the Phantom.
No, dude, Phantom is so good. Dude,
When's the last time you saw it?
Billy Zane goes to the jungle, turns into a superhero, puts on a purple leotard, and starts fighting crime. Tops.
He rides a horse, carries a 6-shooter, and wears a ridiculous purple leotard. I don't know. What's his superpower?
Being awesome.
I mean,
Being Billy Zane. Don't you wish that you were Billy Zane?
I mean, sometimes, but
There
the
we go.
Phantom predates Billy Zane. So what?
No, he was model Billy Zane before he was Phantom Billy Zane.
Okay, Vern says Billy Zane was only good in one film.
Titanic.
And no,
It's my kid.
Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight.
Zoolander.
Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. That's it.
He was the only good part of that dumbass Pauly Shore drug addict live in the pool house movie that I paid money for to review for this show.
Hang on, I'm checking in the comments there. McLean says a brightly colored Zorro.
What's not amazing about that?
Well, he doesn't have a cape either.
He doesn't need a cape. The Incredibles taught us that capes are bad ideas. So
That's
there you go.
pretty fair.
Phantom's the one ahead of
Oh
the
yeah,
game.
he's in Back to the Future too.
Oh yeah, Billy Zane is in Back to the
yeah.
Future. He's one of Biff's goons.
Yeah. Sam says his homework is to rewatch The Phantom and report back. Vince says, got a pre-owned restored Shadow pinball on eBay for 800 clams. Now that I don't believe. Whatever that, unless it's 8,000, then if it's 800, I'll buy it right now.
Don't miss out on that like I missed out on my Subaru Brat because we were doing
Logan,
the show.
He's over there. Logan's over there sitting in the audience chair. See if can we fact check this eBay Shadow pinball machine for $800? There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Oh, it's just a play field. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Then what am I going to do with a play field? Like that's
You could hang it on the wall.
just a play field. That's just a wood piece. None of the rest of the game. Can't play pinball on that. It's a piece of wood. I got to pay $800 for a piece of wood. Anyway. I mean,
you
I
could
could
sit there with a ball and throw
just
it at the...
roll it around. No, that pinball machine's so cool, and it has like diverters for the ramps, and there's like the lock for the multi-ball. It like goes up against this door, right, and its magnet holds the ball, and you have to like be invited in. It's like the knock 3 times thing, and it goes whoom, 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 and sucks the ball in. Oh, it's so cool.
When you go to like release the ball, does the knife bite you?
Oh, the knives are the diverters. Like you can make them choose. And but yeah, it's got that little knife, and which always reminds me of the Golden Child, because the knife looks very similar to the knife in Golden Child, where it's like, give me the knife. Like, do you guys not remember the Golden Child?
No, I do.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sitting here thinking about sipping the water so that you don't spill any drops while you cross the chasm.
Yeah.
Because Eddie Murphy's pretty smart dude.
Dude, the Golden Child is probably one of the most underrated Eddie Murphy movies out there, and if you've never seen Golden Child and you like Eddie Murphy, there's some homework.
You don't even have to like Eddie Murphy. It's just a good movie.
It's a great action adventure movie. Still holds up pretty well as far as movies from that time do. It's like a buddy cop movie with no buddy. It's just like Beverly Hills Cop, an extra adventure. Yeah. Sam says, if I had to play one pinball game forever, it would be Terminator 2. That's a pretty good pinball machine. It's got the big T800 head in the center of the playfield. But Sam, I do know this about Sam. He is very partial to Terminator 2. He loves that movie quite a bit. I mean, it's a good movie. What else? What else is there going on? Did we talk about all the things?
I think that was it. Shang-Chi was the reminder of the one thing that I'd forgotten about.
Yeah, I said this.
Not a lot else happened, and I think that was just released this morning, actually. So.
Oh yeah, I talked about Rock'em Sock'em. That was pretty much in the movie, the theater expansion.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty much all I had in terms of new news. And and Mads Mikkelsen and all of that. Close my laptop then, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we're just talking about movie pinballs. I got my Whodunit. We were playing Whodunit pinball. That's not based off a movie.
You have a hook?
I do have a hook pinball.
Yeah.
It's downstairs.
There we go. You get a shadow, and you can have. And the Swamp Thing. Is there a Swamp Thing pinball? You can have all the action figures. I used to.
I wish.
Fight.
No, there's some of the best. The best movie pinball is probably Addams Family. That's like hands down the best movie themed pinball that was ever made. But I have this thing that a theory of correlation between fun and expensive movie property title, and generally like the more famous the movie and the more whatever, the like more not fun the games become. And when you're looking for good pinball machines, don't always chase the movie titles that you think you've heard of, because sometimes like the Back to the Future pinball machine is probably one of the least fun pinball machines that I've ever played, and I bought one like an idiot. And I wonder if I could trade my Back to the Future for a Shadow. I don't think they would trade.
Just buy a Kiss pinball machine.
I've been looking for a Kiss pinball machine, and not the 70s one. I want the
that one's fun.
Yeah, but not as fun as the 2004 one from Stern. That was pretty good. Sam asked if we heard about the Turtles game coming out. There's a pinball, a new the Turtles pinball, but yeah, there is a new Turtles 4-player beat 'em up that's coming out.
Well, talking about movie games, not really my thing, but for all of you people that are fans of it, the Scott Pilgrim versus whatever the world. That video game is now available once again. It had been removed from all stores due to licensing issues, never to be seen again, and they have resurrected it, and it is available, and it's actually on sale on Xbox right now. So if you wanted to get that, and even if you're not a fan of the series, it's supposed to be a pretty good side-scroller beat 'em up Fatal Fury or Final Fight style game. So there it is. Another
Final Fight's pretty dope.
Movie related because they made a movie of that and skyrocketed the popularity of a not so well-known little Canadian comic book.
Comic books. It's all comic books.
Plus, it has like a Superman and a Captain America in the movie, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last little bit there, Logan from Twitch says that in other news, Furiosa, which is, of course, the appropriate 2021 spinoff of Mad Max, George Miller, who is, I think, 1,000 years old now, and Chris Hemsworth, I guess is going to be in it. They held a press conference in New South Wales announcing the production of the spinoff, which will be taking place next year. All of them were filmed in Australia. It's kind of like their claim to fame. But yeah, I mean, Furiosa, I didn't really like Fury Road that much.
I hated it.
I mean, I get it. Like,
I've been a lifelong Mad Max fan, and I did not like anything about Fury Road.
Yeah, it didn't really do it for me either. I mean, there was definitely cool parts, and that's something that I say a lot on this show is
why did they even bring in the motorcycle grandmas if they were just gonna kill them like they were nothing? They're like, oh, motorcycle grandmas are the most badass people in the desert, and they're like, hell yeah, and then they just murked them like they
instantly.
were nobody.
Yeah. Well, you know, that movie to me is a really good example of how movies that have cool parts in them, some people mistake them for cool movies because there were parts that they like. You can like parts of a movie and not like the movie. You can also hate parts of a movie and enjoy the movie. Like, you know, a movie is the sum of its parts, but, you know, you can't just sit there and like go, oh, dude, well, you like that one part, right? And I was like, well, yeah, okay, that part was fun, but the movie's still stupid. And that's
well, there are movies that I really like. It's like, okay, well, this one part's really stupid, right? But the rest of it.
It's kind of like Three Amigos is my favorite example of that. Is like Three
There's
Amigos.
Nothing bad about
the movie Three Amigos is not a good movie. But it has so many good parts.
Three Amigos is a great movie.
Dude, it's not. Like, revisiting Three Amigos is difficult. But when you're done watching Three Amigos and you start remembering all the cool parts, you're like, oh, and that part, and that part, and that part. And so there's a lot of cool parts, but the movie's not good.
Like the Invisible Gunman and the mail plane.
Yeah. The bush. The yodeling bush and the dom do dom do dom do dom do dom do dom dom do 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 do, and then good night, Ned. Like the little it's tons of funny parts, but it's not a good movie.
Vern just pointed out something that we couldn't remember the other day when we were talking about Snyder Cut, and they said they were going to release it in black and white. There's the other movie they did that to. They released Fury Road in black and white.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vern.
Because that makes it more art.
Yeah, because we were like, they did that to another really big budget movie, and we couldn't think of it. And there it is.
Yeah, Wagons East, Sam says, was another a stupid movie, but had good bits.
No, yeah, it's a very bad movie.
But there's funny parts. You know, I mean, just because a movie isn't good doesn't mean it's not all bad. Anyway, all right. Well, Grip has to get to work, and I've got to get some food in me before I pass out. And we're gonna Three Amigos in black and white. Vince, I thought the same for a second there. I was like, I've never tried this. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, you guys. We'll be back, of course, next week. Same time, Monday night, Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock. You can find us all on these things, the Facebook, the YouTube, and the Twitch. You can subscribe wherever you subscribe to podcasts. And, hey, counterexample, just lurking out there in the back, hitting us with that 100 chat streams. We'll be out there. Like, subscribe, share, do the thing. As always, I am the Boom Operator.
No, I'm the Grip.
And we will see you guys next week. Bye. I got to run over here because I'm running double duty.